All right, in this video, we're going to do some potential trades for this upcoming week. Since Friday was the close of the week, we have some weekly candles printed. So we're going to do Kss Uwt, and we're going to look at a scenario on another stock, Kellogg's cereal, on a daily that someone could have got in. All right, so here at Kss, we had the weekly close on Friday. This is the candle right here. It's getting smaller candles the week before. Last week we're looking to play this break above this candle. Now this is the new candle we're going to play this week, which is kind of great because now the risk is less. So we're going to pull out our trend line over here, or horizontal line, horizontal ray. We're going to have a buy just above. This week we're going to have a stop buy in at 50.12, and our stop loss is going to be roughly, let's go zoom in here, just below it, about 47.37. So this week, if Kss breaks above this here, we have a stop buy, and we're going to play this weekly. We can zoom in on this, and we can see that we got a touch on both lines. All right, so pretty simple. A loss of $3 a share. The cycle on the weekly for Kss, the last cycle was from 76 down to 47, so $30 move. And then over here was 58 to 76, in between 15 to $30 move on the weekly. And of course, this is going to take 4, 5, 6 weeks to develop. You can see it here in the oscillators. Click down in the left corner, they're at zeros on the weekly. So maybe we go just a tad bit lower, which would be better. The lower it goes, the better chance of taking on more risk. All right, so that's it for Kss. Then we go over UWT. It's on the weekly also. This is up oil. Oil's been coming down. Let's see here. This was at in April, not 2 months ago, was 24 bucks. We're sitting here at I believe around 11. 50's off. And last week we were playing this candle, and you can see that the beauty of the strategy is that the buy was above. Zoom in here. The buy was above this candle, and it never happened. Right? It got close, but never happened. So now, since we ended the week, we're going to play this candle, which is smaller than this one, so there's a little bit less risk. And we're not touching really on zero. The next candle comes, it's probably going to go lower like this, probably come somewhere in this range. And then we'll wait till next Monday, see how this candle develops for the weekly. Because this still has time to go down, but also, it does touch. Sometimes, you have the yellow line touch, but the white line does not. Okay, so same scenario here where you would just get your horizontal ray ready for this upcoming week, and your buy is going to be about the same. Say 12.79. You're going to buy just above the wick is a stop buy. So you go on a mirror trading, you stop, buy, market, and it would ask you for the activation price, which would be 12.79. After your order is filled, you need to protect your account, and you put a stop loss just below that wick. You can zoom in as much as you want. You want to get it pretty close. It's supposed to be like a nickel above, nickel below. So put 10.23, right? So there's a $2.50 risk. We can see here last time went from $8 to 24. Okay, so that's a $16 move, and then 24 down to 10. That's a $14 move. So it's between 10 and 16 bucks for a this weekly cycle. Now, if you end up having a fake out, let's say you go to 12.79, right? And these oscillators have to curl up, and then it goes like this. Watch my cursor, and it curls down. Well, after it gets up here in this $13, $14 range, you should be moving your stop loss from here to where you bought it. So now, worst case scenario, you break even or a little bit of a profit, right? That's risk management for you. And then we have another stock here. It's Kellogg on the daily. Kellogg cereal. It's just K, it's a symbol. And it's just a scenario where you could have played the daily here. Here's the beauty of this strategy. Once again, as it's not touching, it's not touching. Even here, right? If you want to play this candle, right? Well, this candle right here never went above this candle, right? So then you'd say, okay, well, I want to play this candle right here, the one that the cursor's on. Well, this candle never went above that one. Then you say, well, I want to play this candle. Well, this candle never went above that one. And then, here, this one never went above that one. You could play, on the daily here, you're touching. So you could play this candle. You could just keep playing these candles. Eventually, the trend is going to change. But it's, just got to be patient with it. And you'd have it buy just above it. And your stop loss would have been just below it. So you're talking $1.40 loss for the daily in Kellogg's. Right on here personally, I'm starting to like trying to get out because we hit the oscillators at 93, 94. You want to start looking around 90, 95, and you want both yellow. You want both lines touching. Sometimes this yellow line will chase up, and then the other oscillator line is trailing. Right? You want to wait till they're both kind of up here in the zone to kind of get the maximum profit. Right? So me personally, I didn't get in this trade, but right around here, I'm getting out around this candle. Right? In this range. So that's $52 to 56, $4 move. That's from May 31st till June 7th. 1 week, $4 move, blue chip stock. Now we're gonna roll down on the weekly here and see if there's anything on the weekly on. No, there's nothing here on the weekly on Kellogg. So we just wanted to play the daily, get on out. A little update on Ruby that we talked about last week in the last week video. The Ruby 1 week. And here you go, right? So there it is. Take some of this stuff off. Actually, I actually have the horizontal raise. The line's already on it. Yeah, so here's the weekly. It's touching. Here's the candle. Got to break above. Stop loss is here. The beauty about this one was that you had a very, very small loss. The risk was very low. You're talking 36 cents, right? 37 cents. Break above. You bought at 573. Stop loss at 536, and here we are, right? So you get this thing going to go all the way up to 100, or it can go halfway and roll over. Regardless, you should it should at least go to 610, 15, 620. And if you're at 573 at 620, at least now move your stop loss up here where you bought it, or maybe just above it, right? So you get a little bit of profit. You didn't waste your time and have your money sitting there. So, that's it. Leave any comments or questions below. And I'll make an update probably next Friday. We'll see how Kohl's and UWT develop, and also Ruby. Thanks.